That big Jim Rennie, he is going to be a mess, and he is about to start something major in the town of Chester's Mill. Hey guys, I'm Sage Valentine, and this is my review of CBS's Under the Dome, Season 2, Episode 8, entitled Awakening. This episode was not as action-packed as the last episode, but we learn a little bit more about Barbie, aka Dale Barbara. So let's get started. What did I think about this episode? This episode is something else. Phil comes popping out of nowhere. I thought Phil was dead. Somebody said Phil got shot in the arm, but I clearly saw him get shot in the chest. I was correct, but I was only halfway correct because Phil was not dead. He was supposedly laying down and recuperating from his gunshot wound. But when Phil popped out, he brought his own brand of crazy, and I said, wow. I said, honestly, Phil has been buck wild since Dodie died, and then also once he became the sheriff, the power went straight to his head. So the few things that blew me away about this particular episode are as follows. Number 1, Barbie's dad is a government contractor, and he had to put a password protected thingy on his computer so no one would look through. More importantly, he's able to circumvent the whole radio blackout for Chester's Mill and get a little Wi-Fi signal in and out of the dome. So that explains why Joe is able to get that little teeny tiny signal through his little laptop thingy, because they can get it, I guess, the only time he can get it is kind of either standing near the locker or standing within the vicinity of the locker, where there was a bloody hand. Angie was there. It was supposedly Melanie's locker. Anyway, I'm just like completely freaked out by this episode. This episode was a mess. And then come to find out, as number 2, Barbie's being watched by a young boy named Hunter, and apparently there are other people watching Barbie. Because as per the end of the episode, we find out that someone found out that Barbie escaped the dome. Barbie made it to his father. So clearly all those cameras are watching him, and thank you to Hunter. Hunter clued Barbie in, like, listen, there are people watching you, dude. Like, you have to pay attention here. Even though Barbie roughed him up a little bit in the scene. And then we find out that Hunter was not only a hacker, he's now a hacker for hire, working for Barbie's father's company. So it's a pretty weird thing when Barbie goes into the father's company and sees Hunter working back there, and she's just looking at Hunter. Hunter's looking at him, so I'm wondering who clued these people in that Barbie was even there. Did the father tell on him? Could be. And the third thing that blew me away about this episode is, who the heck is this person knocking down the windmill, setting the car on fire? Like, we're never really clear about who this person really is. They have you thinking it's Tom, who, for those of you who've watched the episode, you know Tom as the dude with the little piggies. However, Tom, apparently after the whole virus thing that happened, his pigs died, and now he basically has to barter out all of his equipment. Now, I'm sure there are some of you who don't know what I'm talking about with the virus. Let's just say a virus started to, I guess, form in some of those pigs, and Rebecca Pine decided that she was going to take that virus. She created some other virus, going to make this super virus, and thereby kill off part of the population in Chester's Mill so that they could evenly distribute all of the rations, the supplies, and the food. However, it didn't work out. She had a second thought, blew up in her face. She and Jim ended up in trouble. It's a whole big long thing. But I was thinking it was him. And then I thought that it was DJ Phil, who became the sheriff. But I'm not even sure if it was Phil, because Phil was kind of like in bed. But I guess, I mean, we'll find out about this later. But Phil hasn't been the same since Dottie died. And then once he became sheriff, it was just like something with him in the dome started changing him. And then when he helped burn that firehouse that time, Phil's just not the sweet, laid back, pot smoking, adorable dude that I thought he was. I'm like, okay, I guess Phil's acting a little crazy. So the fourth thing that got me was now, it has to do with Lyle. For those of you who missed the last episode, Lyle is alive. But Lyle is a little cuckoo crazy. After he fell, he bumped his head. Fell from the big La Brea tar pit in the sky. That's what I'm going to call it. He bopped his head down, and then he went crazy, so they had to admit him into the nut house. So Pauline, Junior's mom, yeah, she's still alive. For those of you who don't know, she's outside of the dome. She comes up with this idea to do this whole, trial thing on Lyle to help him bring back his memory, because he keeps talking about it's all in the cards. Well, turns out all in the cards means it has to do with the postcards that Pauline sent Lyle. So they're going through all the postcards. Once Sam injects Lyle with this, I don't even know why she used Sam, that she doesn't know what Sam is yet. I can't wait till she finds out Sam's brand of super crazy and how he tried to kill Junior in the whole 9 yard, and he killed Angie. Okay, well, we get the postcards. They're looking at the postcards, and there's one missing because there's like an obelisk or something. But then Pauline realizes the last one is one with the red door. And where was the red door, ladies and gentlemen? The red door is located in Barbie's father's backyard. So it all comes back full circle, and it all comes back to Barbie. See how Barbie's involved in all this stuff? But the final thing that blew me away about this episode was that now that Barbie's outside of the dome, and he's trying to get this note into Julia, and he was able to get this email into Julia, all of a sudden he wrote this cute, sweet email, and somebody slipped in, "Don't forget to bring the egg when you jump down." And I'm sitting there like, Barbie didn't put that in there. So then Barbie learns through Hunter that his father added that extra little line. So Barbie convinces his father a second time, because he somehow gets onto the father's computer. The computer is password protected, but he does it with Hunter, and they're able to get in and get out. Well, apparently not very well, considering what happens at the end, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So they're able to get in and out, blah, blah, blah. The father comes in. He convinces him, listen, I got to get another message to Julia to let her know that it's me. He gets that message through. And then he decides, you know what, to go on over, disguise himself as a independent contractor checking for radiation. But really, he tosses all that aside, jumps under the army truck, escapes. He makes it to the edge of the dome and gives Julia a message, tells her he loves her, all this stuff, says it's not safe. Then as he's about to tell her don't jump, because in the beginning of the episode, Julia considered jumping down into the La Brea tar pit, as I'm calling it, so she could come through to Zenith and be with Barbie. However, he's trying to tell her don't jump, and that's when all these mercenaries pop up and they snatch him and they take him. But little do they know, Big Jim is watching over in the corner from his car, because he stopped Julia earlier, but he realized that something was weird, so he followed her and he found out. Yeah, so Big Jim is on his own brand of crazy, and I can't wait, because we have literally, I think, about 5 episodes left, so I'm gonna be sad to see the season end, but I can't wait to see what that ending will be. So until next time, guys, don't forget to rate this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments about this particular season, this episode, and anything else that pops up in your mind about Under the Dome. So Don't forget to also check out my Google Plus and Twitter of the same name, Sage Valentine. So until next time, you all take care. Sage Valentine signing off. Happy camper. About to go finish watching Once Upon a Time. Finish season 1. Move on to season 2. Hopefully I'll be caught up to season 3 by the end of this week. And then I'll be done. Love you guys. Bye, guys. Bye.